Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Rajnikant and today's video will discuss how to read configs from config server. Right? So in previous video we have seen how to set up a config server and why should we go for config server. Those stuffs already we have discussed. So if you have not aware about that one, I will give that video description, I will give that link in the description section. You can watch those video as well. Okay, so before jumping into today's topic, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe it and hit the bell icon to get all the notifications from my side. Right, so this is lesson 11. We have covered up to lesson 10 of Spring Boot Microservices series. You can watch those videos as well. Okay, so let's start on today's topic. Okay, so if you'll see in this slide, M1 microservices 1, microservices 2 and microservices 3, they do have their properties file. Okay, so they have their properties file in this Git repository. Okay, so all these microservices will connect to config server to fetch those properties details. Okay, so we'll see how we'll develop this application. Okay, so stepwise we'll go, so it will be very easy for you people. Okay, step 1, if you have already a microservices, then how we will enable to read those config from config server. How we'll do? First thing, add config client dependencies in each form of microservices. So in pom.xml, we'll add that config client dependencies. Okay, let's do it right away. Sorry. So this is my STS. Already I have an application, right, which is ticket booking service, one microservice, payment service, another microservice. Ticket booking service is talking to payment service. Once payment is successful, then ticket booking is also successful. Okay, so from ticket booking we are calling payment service, and here we do have a config server. Okay, now let's have that one. Let's add the dependencies in the ticket booking service. Okay, so let's go to this pom.xml. So already I have added. I will show you what are the things I have added here. So this one, this dependency, org spring framework.cloud, this group ID, and artifact ID spring cloud starter config. Okay, these dependencies I have added. And one more thing I have added here, this cloud version and dependency management, this part I have added. Okay, and this one, this spring cloud version I have added in the top. Spring cloud version, this one I have added. So these things we need to add. So that part we have done from our side, right? So before proceeding, let me show you what are the things I am reading from properties file. If you see application.properties and that controller, the ticket booking controller. Okay, so from this ticket booking controller, in this ticket booking controller I am reading payment URL. I need to call payment service, right, to do that payment. So this payment URL I am reading from application.properties file. If you'll see, payment.url equal to http://localhost:8082/pay/. Okay, this one I am reading. And what are the other things I am reading? Booking status success, booking status failure. These two messages, success and failure messages, also I am reading. So from where I am reading, booking.status.success, booking.status.failure. These two things I am reading. Ticket booked successfully, ticket book failed. These two messages I am reading from application.properties file. And for each environment specific, these messages I have tweaked little bit to see. If you will see dev, ticket booked in dev successfully, ticket booked in dev failed. If you'll see in QA, ticket booked in QA successfully. So to indicate from which environment it's coming from, just I am tweak this message. And even this S2 database things also, that URLs, those things also I have tweak little bit, like QADB, devdb, prodb kind of things I have done. Okay, and in this ticket controller, what I am doing, I am calling this payment service, and from this payment service I am getting this result, that booking result. And here what I am doing, I am storing into that repository whatever that result is coming, and then based on the status of that ticket, whether it's booked or failed, so I am returning that either success message or failure message. Okay, hope you got a basic idea. Now let's move to the next step. So we have done modifying that pom.xml by adding those dependencies, right? So next what we need to do, move property file to Git repository. Okay, so in this step what we will do, we will remove this application-dev.properties, application-prod.properties, application-qa.properties to our GitHub repository. Okay, so for that one already I have one Git repo, this microservices config repository. Okay, so here we need to add those properties file. How will add? So first I need to have cloned that repository. So here I have, just now I have cloned that repository. If you see git clone, and here I have added this properties files, ticket-booking-service-dev.properties, ticket-booking-service, prod and QA. So let's copy paste those properties from our application. So application hyphen, okay, so let me copy these things to those files. Okay, and now let's go to dev.properties. In dev already I have added. Let's see in QA, QA also I have added QADB and ticket booked in QA successfully. Okay, and prod, let me check, prod also I have added. Okay, so we have done this one. Now we need to push this to our GitHub repository, our remote repository. Okay, so for that one what I need to do, go to this one and git status. If you'll see, it will show all those added files. Okay, my bad. Git bash here and git status, git add, git commit -m added profiles, and then git push. So once we have pushed, okay, it's done. If you want to see here, I can see those stuffs, all those files. Let's see, recently 17 seconds ago it's added. Now let's do the next step. Okay, I need to delete all these files. Let's delete. Where is my delete? Okay, done. So second step done. So what will be that next step? Let's see what is the next step. add config server details in application.properties file. Okay, so in this microservices, how it will communicate to config server, how it will know? We should provide some properties, or we should provide some properties in application.properties to connect with this config server, right? So that property already is handy with me. So this one. So here spring.cloud.config.uri http://localhost 8085. This is my config server URL. My config server is running on 8085. This one, and spring.application.name equal to ticket-booking-service. So this is that application name. Okay, so one important thing to remember, this application name and those property file names should be same. Thus application name and the C ticket-booking-service, ticket-booking-service, this property file name also should be same. But this -dev, -qa, -prod, this is specific to environment specific, that one, but this ticket-booking-service should be same as this application name, right? Hope you got it. So already we have done this third step as well, so almost we have done. Now let's run our application and we're gonna check. Okay, so to run our application, first we need to have, why it is showing error? No worries. Okay, no worries. So let's to run this application, first what we need to do, first we need to run config server. Okay, so let's go to this application. So here, and let's quickly start this application. This is running on 8085 port, run as Spring Boot application. Okay, so it's running on 8085 port. Next I need to run payment service, because my ticket booking service will talk to payment service. So let's go to this payment service, and here this main method, and let's run this one, run as and Spring Boot app. This is also, it's started, it's running fine, it's running on 8082 port. Now let's run our final ticket-booking-service, this one. Okay, so let's run this one. So before running this one, I want to if you want to run for a particular profile, how you want to do that one? Run, right click, run as, run configurations, first we need to do. So here if you'll see in arguments, it's showing payment-service, ticket-booking.service we need to do, right? -d spring.profiles.active equal to, let me provide here dev. I want to run the dev profile, so it will take the properties from application-dev.properties. So in current scenario it will take from dev.properties, ticket-booking-service -dev.properties it will choose. Okay, let's apply and let me run. Okay, no string config import profile has been defined. Okay, so this property is little bit different in higher version. So we have seen that particular error, right? So to mitigate that error, we need to place this spring.config.import equal to config server colon and that config server URL, right? So I have added, and let's restart this application. Okay, so I have added this properties file, and let's go to this ticket booking service, and let's start this. So already I have provided -d as a dev.properties, so it will choose that dev properties from that GitHub, right? So we'll see also that log here, it will show that, just see, fetching config from server 8 http localhost 8085 and profile active is dev, right? So it is fetching that dev profile from that config server, and config server is connected to our GitHub repository. Okay, now let's hit our ticket booking service URL and we'll check. Okay, so let's go to this postman and ticket booking service is there. Okay, so let's in the body I am sending this payload name, source, destination, travel date, seat number, amount I am sending, and currently we are running in dev, right? So it should come ticket booked in dev successfully, it should come, right? Let's hit. Okay, so ticket booked in dev successfully, right? So currently we are fetching those properties from config server. Okay, now let's run this application with qa.properties. Okay, let me, this is payment service, so carefully you need to switch here. The C config server, payment service, all are running. Let me go to ticket booking service and let me stop this one and let me run with by config. If you'll see here, run as run configuration, and here in the argument -d spring.profile.active, here instead of dev let me put here qa. Okay, then apply, then run. Okay, so now it will choose qa.properties file from config server, or we can say from that Git repository. Okay, so if you'll see in this console, still it's running. So if you'll see in this console, the profile is activated, this qa profile is activated, it's fetching those fetching config from server at localhost 8085. So it's reading from that config server. Now let's run again, we're gonna see. So currently it's a dev successful, right? Let's hit it again, it should come qa. Okay, ticket booked in qa successfully, right? So hope you got it, that overall picture how we'll fetch that configs or from config server with environment specific configuration. Also I have shown you how we can fetch those details, right? Thank you for watching. If you have any feedback, you can have your feedback in the comment section.